Hey everyone, do you want to know how you can jump scare your players? In this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can jump scare a player when they get too close to a character and make them respawn. Also, I just want to quickly mention, if you want to support me and download all of the tutorial files, you can become a Patreon by using the link in the description. Okay, so first of all let's go over to Avatar and select Rig Builder. We're going to select Block Avatar and let's move it over here. We're going to make it a little bit more scary, so let's go to View, Toolbox, and I already found a scary image for the heads. So let's copy the asset ID. Now let's go over to the Explorer, select the rig and change the face texture to the asset ID that we just copied. Now that already looks a bit scarier. Now let's rename this to character. Make sure to spell it exactly like this or the code won't work. And let's insert a remote event into replicated storage. We're going to rename this event to scare. Also, again, make sure to spell it exactly like this. Now let's insert a script into server script service. Okay, so first of all, let's remove this right here. So first of all, let's create some variables for our services. So we're going to say local run service equals game get service run service. Now for the players service, we're going to say local players equals game get service players. Okay, now we're going to create a variable for the event. So local scare event equals game.replicatedStorage.scare. And now we're also going to create some variables for the character that we just created. So local character equals game.workspace.character and local humanoid root parts equals character find first child humanoid root part. Now we're going to create a loop which goes over every player and checks their position. So while true do run service dot heartbeat wait. And now let's actually loop over every player. So for I, player in pairs players get players do. Now we can execute some code. So local player root parts equals player dot character and player dot character find first child humanoid root part. So this will pretty much check if it has a character. Then we will check if it has a humanoid root part, but if there's no character, we won't check for this. Now we're going to create an if statement. So if player root parts and now parentheses player root parts dot position minus humanoid root parts dot position. And now we're going to go out of these parentheses and say dot magnitude is less than 10. Then, and now we can respawn the player. So this pretty much means if the player is too close to the NPC, to the character that's going to scare them, we build player load character and scare events fire clients. And we're going to fire this to the player and give the character as a parameter. So it knows which character actually scared the player. So now let's close the script. Okay, so now let's open up starter player and insert a local script into starter player scripts. Okay, so first let's remove this. Now we're going to create a variable for the event. So local scare equals game.replicatedStorage.scare. And we're also going to create a variable for the camera. So local camera equals game.workspace.current camera. Now we're going to detect whenever the scare event is fired. So scare.onClientEvents connect function character. And we're going to make a variable for the head of the character, which the camera is going to focus on. So local character heads equals character find first child head. Okay, so now we're going to change the type of the camera and also the position of the camera or the C frame. So camera.camera type equals enum.camera type.scriptable. And now let's change the C frame. So camera.cframe equals cframe.new. Now we're going to say character heads dot position plus 5 multiplied by the character heads dot cframe dot look vector. And as second parameter, we're going to say character heads dot position. Now let's store the original field of view and the original C frame, so we can later go back to the original. So local original fields of view equals camera dot field of view, and local original C frame equals camera dot C frame. Now we're going to change the field of view of the camera to 40. So camera dot field of view equals 40, and we're going to create a loop for I equals 1, 100 do. And we're going to basically rotate the camera a little bit and do this a lot of times after each in 1 second. And this will pretty much give the illusion that it shakes. So camera dot C frame equals original C frame plus vector3 dot new. And for the first parameter, we're going to randomize the x coordinates. So mod.random -1, 1. And now we're going to divide this by 5. And for the second parameter, we're going to say mod.random -1, 1, and also divide this by 5. And for the last one, we're also going to say mod.random -1, 1, and also divide this by 5. Now we're going to wait a little bit, so it's not instant. Task.wait, and we're going to say 0.01. Now, after we start shaking the camera, after this is completed, we're going to make the camera normal again. So camera.cframe equals original C frame. This is why we started in the beginning. And camera.field of view equals original field of view. And we're also going to change the camera type back to the original one. So camera.camera type equals enum.camera type.custom. Now let's close the script with a little close icon. Okay, so now let's test it out. Go over to play and let's walk up to the character. And as you can see, we get jump scared and we respawn back to our original position. However, this isn't really that scary. So let's first of all, let's go to lightning and select clock time. And we're going to make it a little bit darker. So 18.8 is better. And for the character, we're going to insert a point light into the head. Now it glows a little bit. And we're going to change the color. Let's make it red. Now we're going to tweak the settings a little bit, so brightness should be all the way up. Range should be decreased, and for brightness, let's increase it a little bit more. This looks good. And now if we test it out, the player will actually get scared. So let's walk over the character, and as you can see, this already looks a little bit more scary. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and see you in the next one.